Thank you.
Coach Terry, never no drama with you, just a lot of trophies. And all I was paying attention to was soccer, so soccer going to this tournament, soccer going to state. I thought, well, that's what we all do, but apparently not. So thank you, Terry. So you will be back next year.
I've already talked to a gal she's a teacher at AADUSD, and she's got a building, and she'll do very well.
Perfect. No drama, trophies. No drama, trophies. Thank you. I would say that under, like we did with Safe Routes Back to School, I would just suggest that maybe at the next couple of meetings that we just have a sub-tab that kind of says, is there anything to talk about here? What do we need to do? That way it keeps it fresh on our minds.
Good thought.
Good, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Pfalzgraf?
I want everybody to know that we gave Maria Romano a gold coin. She was recommended for this by the teachers, the fifth grade teachers that successfully transitioned the Meadowlark fifth grade to High Desert. I very much appreciate that. They were very complimentary about the work that she does. We called her in the first day, or the first day that Ms. Barnes returned to the high school. She wasn't sure why she was in the office. I lost the bet that I could make her cry, but I think she was very happy. For those of you that are making donations to the district, we very much appreciate your support. We've had some changes in how things are, the bookkeeping goes and things like that. We're getting all those ironed out, but we appreciate your donations. We know that you don't wait to make donations until we know that there's a board meeting and all that kind of thing. So we appreciate your patience, but our teams and our different student groups very much appreciate your support. I want to thank the employees that are providing ESY students or ESY sessions for the SPED students, and those staff that support and charter people that support summer school, especially recovery programs. To the facilities people, I always worry that at work that I'm going to have a 100-year windstorm and I'm going to have $80,000 a day crews in town. So I like the way that you saved up the money until the schools are empty. You're not disrupting the schools, and that you're able to. This is the first time I've ever seen all the bids listed out in the agenda. Some of them are far below the superintendent's purchasing limits. But that's okay. I like to see what they are. I like to see that the work is being spread around, and I like it that you held on to your money till the danger passed and the new money is coming in. So I very much appreciate the work you do. Ernesto, I think you're a success story in that a couple years ago the structure of the admin office was very different. It was quite a bit heavier, and I think you moving up into the supervisory capacity, having Mr. Arona around, I think his role has been decreasing, and the dependency has been decreasing. I think that your development and development of your team has been excellent. I think that lining up facilities with finance is a no-brainer, so I very much agree with Lynn's choice in giving you the coin. Looking forward, do you remember when you started school and it was your first day, or you moved and you went to a new school and you felt like you were all alone? Can you remember that? I mean, for some of us, it's been a very, very long time. But but I just want to remind you, there's going to be new kids coming into school. People move into town. Be the friendly face that's accepting the person that's coming in, whether you're a teacher, a staff member, or another student, because it makes a difference. No one wants to feel alone. And our community is really about acceptance, and our brand needs to be unity, okay? So I very much appreciate that. Angie, I very much appreciate your comments tonight. I appreciate the work that you guys did. What I noticed this year is you guys seem to be in a lot of different places, and not in your silo at Vasquez and being tribal and territorial. You guys were all over the place. I would see you everywhere. Where I work, they have a program called the Ambassador Program, and they work the business triangle where the tourists are coming in, and where that's where the money comes into town, and that's where the experience needs to be. Now, them being there encourages people to be civil, but it also, they're kind of, they help people that are lost. They kind of show people and answer some questions. But I think you guys are the ambassadors to our school district. You're the parents that have been around raising the kids the longest. You see the most positive things about our district, and you support us in ways that really, really, I think you're the key to our brand. If I were going to make changes, the kind of changes I want, I would like to be able to see that the 3 PTO groups or the parent groups at the sites at least get together and have some liaison that comes in and speaks for all of you, because I think there's something very strong about making a smooth transition between sites. But I think that you guys do great work. I think you're very important to where we need to go. And I think that I'm really excited about what you guys are going to do with the Fall Festival this year. I'm hoping that you'll do something wonderful that will draw in 1 million people.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Excuse me, I've not yielded the floor yet. That sets the tone for my next one. Hey, it's been a wild couple years with me up here about charters. So, hey, what's coming this year? It's called, I'm going to be keeping my eye open for conflict of interest a lot. So don't come in here and sell me your charter school for dummies how to do oversight package and then loop back around a few years later and then be somebody that's, as an employee of the district, as a consultant of the district, is now over here pulling money off the top end of the charters that you approve. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, so watch for that. Guys, great work this year. Miss T, that was awesome up there. The kids really love you. They really do.
She's got great basketball skills.
One more time, I am not done yet. Tim, you catching this? Okay, I'm done. Kelly.
Any discussion on items 9.1 through 9.21 before we vote on them?
I have one question about 904, the warrant register. I don't need it pulled. I just need a confirmation that I'm going to reference 0039 or 0039386 is the remedy to a finding or recommendation from an audit.
Which page is that on? Sorry.
Page 9.
That's correct.
Thank you, I'm good.
Any other comments or questions on the consent agenda? I have one. I'll wait till you guys are all done.
But we're pulling for 905 as separate.
No, we're going to keep it in. I've just modified it
Okay.
to include that extra hire. Is that
The question I had about that is I've always been interested that we're doing exit interviews with the employees that resign.
We are. Some of them have already left, so we need to follow up with a phone call. But we will.
Thank you. I'm good, Mike. Do you remember I asked that it be made very clear that if there are constraints of your grade point average stopping you from competing, that it would say that in the handbook and we wouldn't dump that off onto the coach and then have the parents attack the coach at the beginning of the year?
Yes, sir. I do recall that.
Okay, so I would like that very much. I guess if you'd put a sticker in it or something, if they've already been to the printer. I will make this comment here. I think that we could have some market improvement in how dates and events are communicated both at the site calendars, at the site pages, and on the district web page. But other than that, I've looked these over and they're good to go.
call the question?
Aye. What I'm seeing here, my understanding of this is the percentages you're looking at you're looking at the different voter groups, not targeting the ones that you think are gonna say yes. Is that accurate?
That's 100% accurate.
Okay, here's a couple things I want to say. I looked at a project list last time. I agreed that the project list needed to be done. That's what I voted on. I voted on a project list. I didn't vote on my emotions. There's been no massive influx of free work since the last one. I haven't seen anyone. I haven't seen Carpetier or anybody bum rushing our door to pave everything and paint everything. That said, there are efforts being made right now to maintain what needs to be maintained over the summer projects. We heard that tonight. So I need everybody to understand that this is not a means of propping up a candidacy. It's not a means of attracting income to a 501c3 site. What this is this board expecting that staff will put a project list together that anyone can go out and look at and see and say this either needs to be done or it does not, and then putting that package out to the vote of the public. It's not my job to sit up here and propel the bond or sink the bond. It is my job to put a bond package out, if that's what the input from the community says to do, to an educated public who are adults and are fully capable of making a decision, just like they did the last time. The last bond was not a failure. More people voted not to have it than did. In that, it was a success. The community spoke. Perfect. So to summarize this is basically the board verifying that they'll take staff's recommendations tied to LCAP to spend the categorical funding where it's supposed to be spent on like Title I, SPED, all that. That's a yes or no?
Yes, in the federal agenda that we brought.
So we're not giving the administrators raises and stuff like this out of this. This is what this is for, and we're verifying that you'll spend it that way as is tied to the LCAP.
The federal agenda of the LCAP, yes.
Okay. This used to be the Title I stuff that if you didn't meet your program improvement target, you were put into program improvement. Those are the strings we're talking about. So if you don't have to need the money, then you wouldn't worry about that. And
that's true. There is a district not too far from here. I don't know what they do now, but as recently as maybe 5 or 6 years ago, they declined all federal funding because they didn't want to have to engage in the assurance.
so if you're a basic aid district where your tax dollars exceed anything the people would give you, you would probably not want this.
You might not.
Yeah.
You might not.
I'm familiar with one of those.